sponsors.
Hello, and welcome to the Swole Initiative Network. Here on Friday, you are watching the Fables of Gahlia, the correct way to start your weekend off. So thank you for being here nice and early. Before we jump into tonight's game, we have some very special people to shout out. So Betty, why don't you kick us off?
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
First off, Norse Foundry. The Swole only roll on Norse Foundry. Amazing gemstone and metal dice. And all of our featured music comes from the free library available on Apple Music and Spotify by the one and only Norse Foundry. You can use the code SWOLE and save 10% at norsefoundry.com. Sorry, I'm trying to move my window and it's not moving. Also, Dogmite, the indomitable Dogmite, supplies all of our luxury tabletop accessories in natural and stained woods. Like you've never seen them before. You can go to dogmite.com to see these true champions of creativity, and you use the code SWOLE there as well to get 15% off of your purchase. And that's SWOLE, Swole.
I was trying to figure out the shortcut.
Nope, it's mine. I was about to do it. Thanks for helping.
Yep, I got it. I got you. Brent, do you have something for us?
I do. Just like every other Friday night, here we go. All right, you guys, it is time once again to give a special thank you and shout out to our next sponsor of the evening. Say it with me, Griffin Co.
Ooh.
All of our and custom terrain stuff that you see on our shows is from Griffin Co. If you'd like to get on this awesome action, just go on over to griffinco.com and use the promo code SWOLE22 at checkout and receive 22% off of your order.
Amazing. And Ashley, bring us home.
Hello! I'm here to tell you freaking nerds about Hero Forge. Our fully custom player minis come from the awesome Hero Forge. So go and friggin' make some yourself at heroforge.com. I don't know why this got so aggressive, but
See, it happens. It's not just me. All right, other things. I will, as per usual, try and fail to keep this quick. So follows, please follow us. If you are new here and you are not currently following us, or maybe you're old here and not currently following us,
Shame
weirdo.
on you.
Click follow because it helps us out and it's super free. Super free.
This is a judgment-free zone.
no, it's not.
So yes, follow us and you will get a character rolled on the screen during play, which is awesome. Other things, subscriptions all go towards our sub goal. We are currently 8 away. We're at 52 out of 60. As soon as we hit that, no matter what stream we're in, we will roll a giveaway for those in the US and still in the chat when we roll it. So all subs go towards that, and it is a gift pack from Griffin Co. I have right here. It was like $70 worth of stuff. There's stickers, there's dice boxes, there's bottle openers with
Griffin.
+1 to strength and +2 versus bottles. Also, key rings, a rolling tray, a mooning guy, and no gift pack would be complete without some dead villagers. So all of that is going to someone when we hit our sub goal. Gifted subs, normal subs, Prime subs also go towards that. Prime subs, if you have a Prime account, you can subscribe to one channel once per month. If you choose us, thank you so much, because you only get one. And if you choose us, then it just means a lot. So thank you. Other things, if you are a subscriber, you can roll along with the chat using the command !roll. You'll also be able to enter into some subscriber-only giveaways for some really nice things. And am I missing things? I feel like I am. We do have a YouTube. YouTube. That is totally super free to subscribe to as well. So you should go and do that because it helps us out because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please and thank you. Flex points. Flex points. I knew there was something else. Everyone can contribute to flex points. If you spend 1,000 channel points, which is the flexing arm in the bottom left hand of your screen, you can spend 1,000 on one player per stream. And once 10 of you kind of gang up on one player, you will give them a flex point, which they'll be signified with a flexing arm, not unlike the ones that are on screen right now, because I was really nice and I let them carry it over. I didn't want you guys. I didn't want the chat's channel points going to waste.
Me neither.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's why. So yes. What was I talking about? Flex points. So that flex point will allow the players to bend the narrative slightly in giving access to the rule of cool, but it has to make good narrative sense, and it's led to some really awesome moments in gameplay. So yes, it's your way of kind of contributing to our stories. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. So I guess there's nothing else to do whatsoever except roll the trailer for tonight's episode of the Fables of Gahlia.
Yeah.
Now.
And welcome back. Last time on the Fables of Gahlia. After cleaning up the abomination, the altered Knoll soldier, altered by Druidite exposure, you guys retreated back to Thena's forge, where you laid the body of Rhapsody. A little bit of medicine work, and you were able to keep him stable, although in some kind of stasis. And so Thena agreed to hide him as to not slow you guys down as the descent of military presence seemed pressing. A couple of you had some emotional moments after the events of the battle. But coming back together, Thena offered to introduce you to Ayla, a non-binary elf who was basically responsible, although seemingly accidentally, for pulling together the resistance of people against the Knoll army that is situated in Heliacal. And so, after a little while of discussing who, what, when, and why your next move should be, I don't think any decisions were made, but Ayla did press that you should probably take your leave as to take heat away from Athena, as she's also working with the resistance. So as Ayla led you back out into the back alleyways of Heliacal, that is where we are going to zoom in and pick up. So what would you guys like to do?
It's still daytime, right?
Yep.
And I assume that following her lead, we're kind of like tucking into shadows where we can and being stealthy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stealthy.
Yes.
So
they are sort of taking you down another sort of winding path, not down sort of regular roads, but almost between buildings and around the back and through this other way. And it's just a path that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to you guys, apart from probably Takaya being one that's great with directions and things. So, yeah.
I am too.
So hey guys, are we just going back and we're gonna just lay low?
Yes, we're
Until-
following Ayla.
Right, and we're just gonna lay low until we sleep tonight?
I think so.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I want to keep an eye out. Like I said, I'm kind of traveling at the back, so I'm gonna fall back just a little bit, not like separating myself from the group, but I just want to keep an eye out to make sure we're not being followed or that we're not being noticed.
Sure. Go ahead and just roll a perception check for me.
That is 16.
16. Okay. Bear that in mind.
Who's in the lead?
Ayla.
Ayla and Athena?
Athena is
Athena's
not
forward.
in the
Oh,
lead.
Athena's not. Okay, just Ayla. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I'll follow close to Ayla and try to keep up.
I feel like I would stay close to Adeline.
Girls in the front, boys in the back.
It's like that Gwen Stefani song. Was that Gwen Stefani?
Who's Gwen Stefani?
Oh, she's this bard that we know back at the Institute. Don't worry about it. Honestly-
Elven Bard.
She was popular at a certain time and really kind of went out of vogue. Anyhow, Ayla, how many strong are the community resistance that is? How many are there, the citizens?
Not a huge number. We could maybe get up between 50 and 100 together.
Oh, okay. Great. I think ideally we'll try to find a way where they're not right in the fray, but I think if we deploy them as a distraction, or at least we'll talk all this through. I just adding them to the chessboard.
No, it's good questions to ask.
On the other side of that coin, how many strong are the gnolls?
I haven't been able to count.
Well, I'm not really one to count odds, so...
Hopefully we'll be able to find something when we go to the Athenium to maybe weaken them in some way. They're formidable is the problem. I don't see us being able to take on a large number. So, well, there's so much to talk over and so much to discover still. I'm looking forward to talking more about, well, the very eventful next 2 days we're about to have.
Yes. I suppose we could talk about more of that when we reach my spot.
Right, yes.
Yeah. So you guys continue through. After sort of 10, 15 minutes, watch as they come up on the back of this building, which is fairly high. And it has almost like a fire escape, like a set of stairs that goes up that kind of zigzags back and forth up to the top. And so they start climbing the stairs as they go. At every sort of platform, you turn the corner, you said she, and you've messed me up now. They look around and try to keep cover for everyone else, and then go up to the next set. Eventually, as you guys make it to the top, Ayla looks around, and you see the door in front of you, and they jump straight up over it and grab on to a ledge, hoist themselves up, and pull themselves through a small gap above the door. Maybe 2-3 feet above the door.
Might I stand on someone's knee?
See, Ayla's head shoots out. Shh! They reach their arms out. Up here?
She'll jump to grab.
Pull you through. It's kind of awkward to pull you through this gap. You kind of have to walk up the wall with your feet as they like pull taut on your arms, as they like shuffle back. As you kind of grab on, you're able to pull yourself through.
Thank you.
It's like a doorway, right?
Nope.
Oh.
It is a small, like, letterbox shaped hole.
Okay. I thought it was a window above a door. Sorry. Well, I guess I'll do the same.
Yep. So Ayla can reach down and pull you up. You watch Adeline do it, so you could be able to do the same thing. You slide in.
I am going to go next because Kaya wears a kilt. So, yeah, I pull myself up and make my way in.
Great.
I'll take one final look around, making sure, and there's no one around, and then I'll just kind of back up a couple of steps and then do like a parkour little run up the wall and then grab.
Cool. Lost, give me a straight dexterity check as you kind of work to squeeze yourself through. You're armored. You're carrying a glaive now.
12.
12. That's okay. It takes you off guard first when you kind of pull yourself up and you are met with the hole and you're like, oh, that's small.
As I get up there, my head goes right up.
This would happen separately. So, Lost, you're able to kind of like position yourself where your breastplate is small enough to kind of squeeze through, but it is very much like out the other side.
Oh man, okay.
You kind of roll through, and give me just a acrobatics check.
13 plus 21.
21, easy enough. You're able to sort of bounce off the sort of banisters either side, pop, pop, and straight through, grab on, and pull yourself through. Although it's not super fast when you get up there because you're pretty big as well. So you have to kind of position yourself, but you're able to kind of, you know how lizards can kind of get under like doorways and things? You're able to kind of slide your way in, although it is a little harder because you're in armor right now. But you do manage to pull yourself through. So you guys, as you fall in one by one, you realize that you're like waiting for a drop to a floor, but you're already there. As you pulled through, you are flush with the ground. These sort of creaky floorboards, although they're not really floorboards, they're just sort of temporary boards that are put across. What are the words?
Trusses?
The things that go over the roof.
Beam? Trusses.
Balance?
Beams. Yes, let's do that. There's a specific word that I'm looking for, but I can't remember it. So yes, beams. But so these boards, they're just like planks of wood that are put there in a makeshift kind of very small attic.
Okay.
And so the taller the guys probably have to like duck down a little bit in this space until you kind of take your seat. But there's very basic pieces of, there's like a bedroll in the side, and there's little like bits and pieces like daily things, like there's an area for sitting, there's a couple of books like laying by a larger pillow, but it is very bleak in here.
What is this place?
Well, this is I have to stop with that voice. I'm so sorry. I don't know what Ina has told you, but I am not this great leader.
Oh,
This is where I live. It's where I've pretty much always lived.
It doesn't matter where you come from or where you live or where you reside or where you lay your head at night. Anyone can be a leader. It's a matter of stepping up when the need arises.
Join up behind me. I'm no one.
I'm curious to hear your recounting of the events in the city.
As it was happening, I was stealing to survive.
I'll look at Lost.
What are you looking at? I don't steal. I just procure items for very
Transportation of stolen items.
You just procure items at less than market value.
Yes. Yes. Kaya understands me. My business model. Yes.
And as I did, I was just able to see a small family that was trying to run. And I don't know, I dropped food that I was stealing, and I ran after them, and I saved a kid. It was just instinctual. I just picked them up and pulled them away. And then, I don't know, I guess I must have been standing behind the sun and had some kind of halo behind me. But everyone everyone else started thinking that I was pulling people together, and so I put on this persona, and I was what they needed to be at the time, but that's not me.
So who are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm Alar. I steal things to live. I've always stolen to live.
You know,
Are you going to steal from us?
I don't think so.
If you need anything, just ask. We'll give it to you.
Well, I mean, you know where I live now, so there's only so many places I can put anything if I steal it from you.
I was just, I just wanted to let you know that you don't need to steal. 'Cause we'll help you. And anyway, it's irrelevant because it doesn't matter what you did before. It doesn't matter at all what you did before. You've become, whether you wanted to or not, you've become a symbol.
And
This is my redemption arc, I suppose.
no, what I hear is that you are you, and you were exactly where you needed to be at the exact right moment. And everything you did led up to that moment. Fate brought you to this.
Fate.
regardless of the workings of the universe beyond our comprehension and all of that, the sun setting behind you and all of that vision, you are a symbol, and that is powerful and something that we can use in this situation. We can use your status as a tool to rally, to organize. I don't think you can shy away from it just yet, but I understand that this is something you've fallen into, so if we ask too much of you, know that you can refuse at any point, but I wouldn't look at it as a fate-prescribed status, but a tool, a power that you can yield for good, or at the very least to organize.
Well, what do you expect me to do? Just pretend to be this other person? How long can I keep that up?
I think they deserve to know the real you, but you already represent something to them.
But if they know the real me, they definitely wouldn't follow.
I think you're wrong. Actually, I know you're wrong, at least in the case of some people, because Athena told us a little bit about your past. She already knew what you did, but she told us what you are now, and there's no one holding anything in your past against you.
Look, she knows the spin side. Freedom fighter, against the government, overthrow the bad guys, save the kid.
Would you do it again? Save the kid.
Sure.
And do you want the Knolls gone?
Well, of course. I mean, they did deal with one problem that we had, but
What was that?
the sitting government that is now
Right,
on pikes outside the cathedral.
right.
You keep talking about this not being you, that you don't want to be a leader. You're not alone. You're not alone. The people that believe in you are standing with you. Athena and everyone that we've met since we came here.
But the problem is, if they know the real me, if they figure me out,
I think this is the real you.
this is, yeah.
No, you misunderstand me. Who you have become is still the real you. Saving the kid and all the actions that you've taken since that moment, it's still the real you. You're not putting on a show to benefit yourself. You're doing something real. You're doing something from your heart.
Am I not? Maybe I like the spotlight. Maybe I like the attention.
Do
Well,
you?
so now you're just saying something that you've just said the opposite for the last 5 minutes.
Do you like the attention? Is that what it is? After this is all said and done, do you still want it?
I don't know. I'm just playing it day to day.
Aren't we all?
I understand.
I pull out my flask and I walk up to Ayla and I put a hand on their shoulder and I go, Ayla, we are kindred spirits. I do what I do for attention as well. For the glory of it. There's nothing wrong with the glory. And I hand her the flask. I'm like, take a drink. This will make you feel better.
Oh shit! That's some strong shit. They hand it back to you.
I put it back in. And I awkwardly kind of tap them on the back.
Doing a there.
there, you know. There's a hero inside. There's a hero. If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be
Is there
afraid
a hero
of what you are.
is there a hero in all of us?
Are you just reading off the back of one of my books?
I did not steal that from a very famous bard in the Shadowfell. No, I did not.
I didn't even mention that. You know what? That's not for right now.
Thank you for letting us come here, regardless of anything else.
I mean, I was kind of dropped into it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Thena. I was just in the shadows. No one knew where I was. I was hiding up here.
Well, we won't give you away. Your identity and that's yours to, and your narrative is yours to dictate however you like. Whether you are the fate appointed hero and liberator of the city, or you're someone who's here for a time that's convenient, and then you move along and continue your lifestyle as you are. We won't judge you, whichever you choose, but we do need you to wield that perceived power to get done what needs to get done.
And what if it fails? What if they see me? And
Well,
that's
if it
why they don't. What if they see the real me, figure me out, and that's it?
All along, they've just seen what they want to, what they need to, which is this hero. I don't think that they're going to want to throw away that hope before they're liberated. After, that's a different story, and you can do whatever you wish if you want to keep up the facade or not, but I don't think that they'll throw that away. They'll continue to see exactly what they want to. People have a blind spot for hope and goodness. It's a fundamental flaw, but it's useful in situations such as this.
Well, make yourselves comfortable for the night.
Should we
Thank you.
should we scout? Send someone to scout the and try to get an idea of maybe a point of entry and a point of, exfil,
I'm gonna rest.
I am too, but anything that anyone else does to gather intel, I think could be very beneficial if you have the spoons, so to speak, to do that. I've no spoons. I'm not even a teaspoon at this point.
I don't understand what you mean by spoons.
Oh, it's the saying back at the Institute. It's like you start your day with so many spoons and you give them away when you do certain things. And I'm out of all my utensils.
Right. Eventually, you run out of spoon slots, right?
Yes, I'm out of spoon slots. Exactly. Fuck, that's good. I need that on a t-shirt.
Well,
It's something Gen LGs say.
I don't have a flying spoon, but I think I'm generally okay with everything else. Did I use that right?
Why is your spoon flying?
I guess maybe I don't understand the reference.
Is it like when when you know, like with kids and you mimic an airship with a little bit to feed them? You're like that?
You said spoons as if it represented something else, and so I was saying I have a spoon that represents me being able to fly. Well, I flew today, so that spoon is gone.
That spoon is gone. Yes.
I've
okay.
also lost my flying spoon.
I'd love to find a flying spoon.
Maybe.
Maybe if you could find one that has like straw on the end of it, and you use it to sweep.
Stop.
Oh, like a broom, not like
like a flying
straw,
Yeah.
like a spoon with a straw in it.
Oh, that would be such a great invention, though. A spoon with a straw in it.
Oh. For the broth.
Oh, and if you spin it real
broth
fast, you could froth up.
Cold cream confections.
Yes.
I look at Ayla and I go,
And
this is why I drink. I risk my lives with these people.
She grabs your
All right.
mask off you and takes another swig.
To be fair,
It's invented McFlurries in canon.
to be fair, in combat we don't really discuss spoons. We're pretty good at what we do.
All right. So, how far are we? This is for the DM. How far are we away from the Athenium? Would Kaya know that?
In a roundabout way, you're probably about like a 15-minute walk if you're being quiet about it.
Okay. Well, does anybody have any objection to me doing a little scout mission?
No, but be careful and be very careful not to lead anyone our way.
I will be very careful.
If you need us, and she'll say this with her mind and open up, be in touch.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you could help me out with that.
Yes, well, it doesn't last. It goes very far, so it definitely will cover the distance, but as far as the time, you've got 7 minutes to keep, so...
That'll get me halfway there. All right. That's... Hey, it's better than nothing.
Yes.
All right. Well, if I'm not back, let's see, 15-minute walk there, 15-minute walk back, maybe 30 minutes at most to scout around.
So an hour.
I should be back in an hour. If I'm not back in an hour, then something has gone wrong and I have led them somewhere else, away from everything.
All right.
How about this? The building that we just went into for Ayla, is it a building with a roof? We're in the attic, right? Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to see if I can climb up to the top of the roof And Kaya, if there's any problem, can you cook up one of those dragon breaths up into the air?
I have one left.
That sounds
I can do I will get to a high point, and I will do a
only if you have a problem.
right, and I will do a lightning breath.
Okay.
30 feet straight into the air.
Okay. So I will find a place on the roof with my flask and chill.
Okay.
Actually, elves don't chill. We meditate. So I meditate.
Yeah, I mean, easy enough to, easy enough to like squeeze back out of the hole and then pull yourself like all the way up on top of the roof. It's flat again, like most of the other roofs that you've been on. As you get up, give me a perception check.
Oh, 24.
24.
Yeah, I rolled a crit.
So as you kind of crest up over the like short wall that surrounds all of these rooftops, you see movement everywhere, but in the distance at this height. And so you instinctively like roll down onto your shoulder below like the dip of the wall. Kind of leopard crawling yourself over. Pull yourself over a little bit just to kind of get an eye over the wall. And the rooftop presence is a lot higher now. And they're actively gnolls with long bows walking around, peering down over the edge of the buildings and scouting around as well.
Oh, has Kaya left yet?
No.
No.
I'm
okay.
just coming out. I'm just coming out, and I'm gonna crawl up next.
I immediately get down, and as Kaya's head is poking through the hole, I take my hand, I put it in his forehead, and I shove him right back in. I'm like, Kaya, they are looking for us. They're on the ground and on the rooftop searching, and these aren't just the regular gnolls. These are the archers. So I think they're a contingent under either the sharpshooter or it's probably a contingent under the sharpshooter. These are probably perceptive gnolls. It's not safe to go scouting the Athenium right now.
Maybe it's a good opportunity to take a few out.
No.
If we pick a fight on the rooftops, that's just opening us up to even more.
No.
Kaya, you have to think of Ayla here.
Well, I wouldn't come from here. I would leave and then make a different. Okay, fine.
You've been so reckless lately, Kaya. It's out of character for you.
I think he hasn't had a good, flavorful meal for a while.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh my gosh, Eric.
It's hungry. It's what we call it. Hangry.
Okay. I'm thinking.
Well, yes, you don't want to do anything reckless and risk never going back to Eric's again. Just think of him, Do it for Eric.
Look, I want you guys to know that I would never do anything purposefully that would compromise you or your safety.
Good, then just stay here and rest with everyone else and we'll all go together later.
How important is it that we go to the Athenium?
That's pretty important, but it doesn't need to be right now.
Yeah, I thought we were going to go like at first light after we slept tonight.
And they look towards you, Kaya. how important is it that we go? To scout. Be honest.
You mean tonight, like now, to scout it out? To scout out, you know, I would like to find a way so that it would maximize our chances of success tomorrow. If we could find a good safe route to infill and a good safe route to exfil with alternatives for both, depending on, you know, what would be the safest at the time.
I feel a hero moment coming on from Ayla.
Stop it.
What do you got cooking?
The light is setting just right.
I'm gonna cast light on something behind him. I'm just gonna go behind him and cast it on my shield.
You can like cast it on the beanbag chair in the back.
I'll do that. I'll just be like,
This light that's sparkling from.
Oh my gosh.
Quit it.
I
Quit
see
it.
what they see now.
I'll take you.
All right.
Be so careful. Both of you.
Do you have a different way to get there safely?
A different way than the main way.
So you get, because I just about 5 minutes ago said that there are gnolls all across the rooftops.
If we can stick to the larger buildings, to the walls there, it'll be harder for them to see down into the alleyways.
It makes sense. All right.
Okay.
You going back to the roof, Lost?
I'm going back to the roof.
All right.
Well, actually, no. Not with all the gnolls hunting up. No, I'm staying here. Yeah.
Okay. So you won't be looking for a bolt of lightning coming up
No.
from. All right. I won't
No.
waste it on the air then. If I need to use it, I will use it against. No. Not that I'm trying to find a reason to use it.
No, you won't, because we're not going to cause a scene or
Right.
draw any attention.
You're absolutely right.
I know. All right. Now, before we go out there, is there anything in particular that you guys need us to find out?
I need to pee before we go.
You need to pee?
I don't want to have to like stop on the way.
No, to go outside.
Okay.
This is the first time in 3 weeks' time that anyone has mentioned peeing. I've been curious. Is everyone just holding it? It's just
No,
so...
I mean, it's usually, I guess, something that we just keep to ourselves.
I don't think
Right.
I don't typically announce it.
Well, you asked if there was anything we needed to
Just
do before we
go
left.
and pee.
All right. I'll be back. I'll just wait for you outside.
I'll meet you out there. Jesus.
Bye.
Go!
I was just telling everybody bye.
Bye, Kaya. Be so careful. Ayla, take this with you. Don't use it when you're in the streets, obviously, but if you feel like you're in a safe place, but it will show you anything that is unseen. And she'll hand the lantern of revealing to Aylar.
Ooh. Thanks.
And Kaya, he always means well. Always. It's so tiresome. He means the best, but
I can tell.
It makes him put himself last constantly. And I worry that he will seek out danger beyond his scope. So just be very gentle with him. Be very cautious.
Okay. I can tell that he means well. I can tell that he's a good person. It's literally the only reason that I'm going out there.
It is appreciated, as is your safe haven that you've provided for us.
Yeah, well.
And if you all don't return in an hour, we will scour the city for you. So, and you don't want that happening. It will make me very cross. I hate waking up from sleep.
An hour? No, we'll be back.
Okay.
And they head out, climb out through the gap, slide over, out of sight.
So
It's
Ayla,
so emotional when they go out on their own.
So Ayla, I left before you had asked them if they needed us to get something or look out for something for them. Did they give you any information on anything we need to be trying to bring Brett back other than just what we're going for?
Nothing in particular, nothing extra.
Okay.
We'll scout around, we'll see how guarded it is, we'll see entrances, exits, and then we'll come back.
Okay. I'm with
But
you.
we're not, and they like jab their finger in your chest, not engaging. Right?
So I grabbed their hand as they, in a nice way, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to engage unless it's purely for self-defense and there's no other option.
No, because we're not going to get caught.
Right. And I'm not going to do anything that would compromise us so that we would get caught.
Right, that's what I thought.
All right.
Okay, let's get going. They start leading you down the stairs, down to the alleyway, and I will need 3 stealth checks with you with advantage.
Okay.
Because of Ayla's help.
The first one is 16. I rolled an 11 on the dice.
Okay. This is me just kind of speeding up this process.
Okay. The second one is 18.
Okay.
And the third one is 22.
Okay. So, 15 minutes or so pass, and sticking to the shadows amidst the alleyways, along the edges of the taller buildings in order to create that steep angle that's harder for the archers to find you. You come upon an alleyway that looks out across to the Athenaeum.
Okay.
Well, there it is.
So,
Give me a perception check.
okay. 17.
17. Okay, so looking kind of over Ayla's shoulder, you kind of similar heights. Looking over their shoulder, you see the main sort of doorways. It's big dome-shaped double doors, very ornate, but they're open. You can see that there are 2 gnolls standing, one on either door outside. They're sort of shambling undead, but it's more sparse in this area than it was from when they were all headed towards you after the abomination fight. looking through with a 17, you see past the knolls at the front door, and you can see that there are bookshelves that are being stood up, and there's one knoll that's going around and picking up the books, putting them back on the shelves from Antonio's distraction.
Okay. So that's one point of entry. Do I see like maybe an alternative point of entry that's maybe a little further around on the other side, or and also do I maybe see like an additional point of exit? Maybe.
So there are multiple windows. They are very sort of slight, ornate windows. Not quite like arrow slits, but they're definitely not for. They're not designed so that you could see all the way in and see what's happening. You know, they're designed to just let light in. But there are several windows. You probably could fit through one, but you'd have to get it open if it does at all. After a couple of minutes, I'll maintain your last stealth check just to kind of get through the pace of it. There is a side entrance as well, and there's one knoll that stands outside, like there's a couple of stone steps that are up to this sort of like iron boarded wooden door. It's heavy. It's probably like a emergency exit kind of thing, but they are posted on the step. Like if they lean back, they touch the door.
Okay. How high are those windows? Like off the ground?
Not particularly high. They're very tall. So, yeah, maybe 3-4 feet off the ground is the base of them.
When we came through there before, and we were running through the library, do I recall like maybe anything up higher that, like, if we were to climb on a top of a bookshelf, that we would have access to, maybe in the ceiling, or maybe some other way of exit?
Yeah, so you would, like, from the many stops that you had to do with Antonio, even though it was dark, you can see that there are a couple of levels to this place on the interior as well. And so if you're asking Ayla if there's sort of a way up, they would say that they don't know if there's an entrance from the roof, but there's a good chance that there's a way to get in from the top. And that may be the less guarded heavily, depending on whether there's gnolls on the roof or not.
Yeah, that's... If we were to go in one of the main doors, if we were to try to do this without... Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if we're trying to do this without being seen tomorrow, I guess we need to figure out exactly what the goal is tomorrow. Are we trying to take out a few people? I don't think we really are, because we don't want them to reinforce with additional guards for whenever we have our people coming in. So I think we're just trying to get in and get out with the least amount of issues as possible. And maybe the roof would be the easiest way to do that. So, okay. I think, we'll have to discuss it when we get back based on this information.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a good enough idea. Going through the top, as long as we can get across, maybe the gnolls will be not as intense tomorrow. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that they're out in force right now, just because, well, we did just take out the abomination a couple of hours ago.
Yeah. We also need to pick up Fernando before we go to...
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
We have what we need.
I think so. All right, let's
All
head
right.
back. By the way, you said you stole things before. No, I'm not judging. I'm just saying, so were you really good at it?
I survived this long, didn't I?
That's true. Are you going to come with us tomorrow? I'm not asking you to. I'm just wondering if you are.
I haven't decided. I'll at least get you back to Athena's to pick up Fernando before you go in.
Okay.
I'll make sure you get there. I haven't decided beyond that.
Okay.
Like I said, day by day, right?
Yep. And there's no pressure. I was just sort of making conversation. So. All right. I'm ready to head back when you are.
Okay. They put out the head either way just to make sure that no one is coming down towards you. Say it. I think we're good.
All right.
They start to turn away. And you hear, and this arrow.
And I jerk him
down.
toward them back. Yeah.
But there's no way. It's like in this moment where you hear that sound and you know it. You're in this tight alleyway. You hear it, but you don't see it until it arcs down towards the street and turns.
I'm
and
going to
Alar in the back. We have to go now.
Let's go. Oh my God.
And they start to just run. We're gonna. Yep. We're doing this, I guess.
You guessed. You did this.
Okay. Ayla rolled a natural 20
Yes.
Do I need a roll?
for a stealth check. Yes, please. As they
Rolled a 19. 20, 24.
as they are hobbling away, bleeding, and taking off down the alleyways again, taking you a different direction altogether. As you kind of going that way, you're like, wait, we're doubling back on ourselves, and then they take you in another direction again, and then another, and you are all over the place. You're barely keeping up, even with your mind for direction and mapping, which has served you pretty well at this point. It's still taking you off guard, and like I said, you're barely able to keep up with the direction. But eventually, Ayla slows down and just slumps against a wall, breathing heavily. Says, I think we lost him.
Is there a doorway to this building we're in or next to?
Not here, not from the back. We'll have to keep going back to my spot.
Maybe we should just duck into a building and lay low for a few minutes just to make sure. I don't want to lead them back to your place.
I'm not really in a climbing state. You can watch that sort of bronze skin tone to this sun elf skin is starting to drain away to a pale, almost like green hue on the yellow tones in their skin. Guess I'm not your great hero, huh? Let's keep going.
All right.
So let's do another stealth check.
17.
Slowing down now. You can tell that Ayla used all of that burst of adrenaline and energy, and now it's starting to come down now that they think that they're sort of taking you on a safe course. They're slowing down, but eventually you start to recognize the alleyways that are being brought down, and then you see the familiar fire escape that leads up to the Ayla's spot, as they call it. So they begin to climb the stairs, leaning heavily on the side.
As soon as we get there, I'm going to use my psionic mind, and I'm going to reach out to Rose.
You have to see them.
I just looked. It doesn't say that. It just says you can send telepathic messages to any Oh, yes, it does. Okay. Yeah, you have to see them. I missed that.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, I thought so too, but then when I read it, I was reading it.
Only ever used it like short distances, so yeah.
Yeah.
So they start leaning heavily on the banister as they're like limping up. You can see that it's taking pretty much all of them to get up these stairs.
And I'm helping them. You know, I've got their arm wrapped around my shoulder, and I'm kind of doing like the lean walk to support them, so that they're not having to put like any real weight on the to try to alleviate the pressure and the pain.
Hey, thanks. As they get up to the top, they look up at the gap above the door.
I'm gonna jump up and Lost, come here. Ayla's been shot. Help me pull him in.
I hear this, I assume.
Oh yeah, like your passive perception, yeah.
I'm going to shimmy out the hole and down. Like I'll just drop, like hold on and then drop, and
Yeah.
I will cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level for 15 heals.
15. Wow, yeah. So you watch as, I guess, well, you would both see it if you kind of casting Cure Wounds as a touch spell, but the arrow is pushed out of her back as of their back as the healing magic takes place, and the arrow is pushed out and it knocks onto the ground as the yellow threading stitches up the hole in their back. Ugh. Oh.
Are you okay?
Well, I'm better now.
Let's get you inside.
Yeah, I should have this. And they pull themselves up and shimmy through the gap, and you guys follow after. As they kind of just roll onto the floor, onto their back. Oh, fuck.
What happened?
I didn't do it.
It wasn't your fault.
It is though. I shouldn't have insisted that we go. So it is my fault, and for that I am.
It's
I am
not
sorry.
your fault.
Well,
I thought we were safe.
that arrow turned.
What?
It's like it when it arced down. It's like it turned to reach underneath where we were standing.
What is that some kind of arcane
Is that the
weapon?
It's the work of the sharpshooter.
Fuck, Maria.
Maria.
Should I take this arrow somewhere else? Can it be traced?
I don't know.
I am going to slide back out, and I'm going to grab that arrow, and I'm going to try to get it like at least 2 or 3 blocks away.
Well, Rose has a bow.
I can just shoot
Oh.
it.
Okay, hey Rose.
Yeah.
Give me your bow.
Okay, but don't break it.
Are you proficient with this?
I
Yeah,
am.
probably. You've
I'm,
got a
I'm
fight.
proficient. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm proficient in martial and simple weapons. All right, I will look down a few alleys, and I'll kind of try to make sure that I don't see anything over any of these roofs, and I'll shoot it, to try to get it a clear shot as far away as I can get it without drawing any attention.
Sure. Just for shits and giggles, give me an attack roll with the dex modifier.
Okay. 14 plus 5, 19.
Okay. Yeah.
Plus proficiency, so.
So you pull back on Rose's bow, almost to complete tension, and loose the arrow.
Does it fly straight?
It does. For as long as you can see it.
Okay. I'll hop back inside.
Do you hear a scream in the distance? Ah, fuck!
Me eye!
Ow, me eye!
Me
good eye!
I hit a pirate.
A pilot?
A pirate. I hit a pirate, I think.
You killed some guard with a shot in the knee.
Tragic.
Magic.
I used to be an adventurer, you know. Some dragonborn shot me in the knee.
Amazing.
Oh.
But you find yourselves back in Ayla's spot.
Was it at
Yes.
least worth it? Did you find
Yes.
out information that we could
What
use?
did you learn?
Yes, so there's a couple of doors that are both pretty well guarded. One of them it was closed. It's a big iron reinforced door with 2 guards standing literally with their backs up against it. The other door is open, or the other doorway was open, but there was someone there. Maybe they weren't like as heavily guarding that door, but there were people there. There are some windows at the ground level that we could possibly leave out through if absolutely necessary, assuming we could do that. If they open, we might be able to do that without drawing too much attention to ourselves, but if not, we would have to break through. There were no iron bars on them, but it looked like we could fit through.
Does
Go ahead.
anyone have any kind of skills with picking locks or opening up windows instead of just breaking through things?
I can pick locks.
Ooh, that's helpful.
Well, we don't want to have to depend on you for that, because you haven't decided whether or not you're going to come, and I don't want to put that kind of pressure on you, and especially after what just happened.
Yeah.
There's also, I don't know for absolute certain, but there's probably a way to get in through the roof, and the roof access is likely to be less guarded. I didn't see anyone up there from where from our point of view today, but that doesn't mean there won't be anyone there tomorrow. So I'm assuming that the goal is to get in and get out with as little fuss and fight as we can. We need to have at least 2, probably 3 rally points if we get split up, because we don't want to come back here, and we can't obviously go to the forge. So we should set up at least 2 or possibly 3 rally points where we could reassemble.
But if we have 3, what if we all go to different ones?
Right.
Well, we would give them like a code name or a designation, and when we split up, we could say meet at, rally point X. We would give it a different name.
Splitting up?
I'm just saying if we get split up on our way out. I don't want to split up, but I'm just saying we have to have contingencies for every possibility.
We're running out of time.
Yes.
Well, we can sleep now.
Yes.
I think one rally point should be the house where we rescued
Diego?
Yes.
That's an active crime scene to our enemies. Surely.
It's been a day since then, and they're not investigating it like a crime. They know there was a battle there, and they're not going to be guarding it with police tape.
Do you know that? I mean, Kaya, I appreciate your desire to plan for every outcome, but we're never going to be able to do that. I say we don't plan on being separated, and if we do, we come back here as stealthily as possible. It's a place we know. It's a place where we know that we're safe. I understand you not wanting to bring heat here, but the heat would only really fall on us, and I'm sorry, Ayla, I don't want you to have to find a different attic.
As lovely as this place is,
It's lovely here.
Yes.
I refer to it as a spot.
Spot? A different spot? Yes.
Spots are hard to come by.
Spots are hard to come by, but
In this economy,
Right.
in this absolutely in this economy. But I think that we'll be able to, just as you did just now, get back here without bringing heat on. I don't think that you can't see the future. You can't know everything that can happen. We can't plan for every single thing that can happen. At a certain point, we just have to...
take it day by day,
Exactly.
Yeah, and let fate be our guide.
or something.
Or something.
All right, that works.
Ayla stands, sort of crooked over in the small space, makes it over to her, what we're referring to as her beanbag chair now, and so sits in it and crosses her legs up, facing the gap above the above where the door would be, and sits and goes into her their meditation.
It is time for rest. We can iron out the details in the morning, yes?
Yes.
But before I go into a corner to kind of start, to sleep, I'm gonna kind of crawl over to Adeline, and I'm gonna try to talk to her where no one else can hear.
Good luck.
1, 2,
So, Adeline.
3, 4. Yes.
So, you know, whenever Rose, and I say that I'm talking as quietly as possible, and you know, whenever Rose mentions fate, you always, during conversation, you make, or whatever, or you know, the comment. I just wonder if you realize you're being really passive aggressive, and it's like I think we know that. I don't want you to like change your beliefs, but and it's perfectly all right to debate the merits of our belief systems individually, but I think when we're like talking, and I don't think it's necessary for you to like always have a retaliatory comment whenever she mentions fate.
Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Kaya. I really appreciate it.
I don't.
You
I
see,
don't think
that was passive aggressive. That's just me speaking from my perspective. I'm not trying to influence anyone else's ideals, just like I hope she and you do not try to influence mine, but
well, I think when we're debating it's perfectly all right to try to influence each other, and debating the merits of each different belief system. Although, you can certainly believe what you want, but that doesn't take away from, what fate does for us, or any other divine being,
sure.
Right? So, all I'm trying to say is, try to not. Never mind. I think you know what I'm trying to say, and it's not going across very well in terms of. I'm trying not to cause an argument, but I don't think it's working.
I don't want to be unkind, and I never seek to be. That's not true. Sometimes I do seek to be unkind, but not to us. So, I am sorry if I have caused friction in that way. It is not my intent.
Okay.
I will be mindful of it moving forward, but I make no promises.
And I don't mean for you to say that you don't have to stop disagreeing with.
I won't.
But I'm just saying, when we're talking and making plans, and she says, we'll see what fate brings us tomorrow, and you say, or whatever, workings of the universe, or however you put it today. And
do you think that it hurts Rose's feelings?
I think she's pretty tough, emotionally, and can handle anything you say, and she would just take it and see it as not a challenge, but I think.
But you see it as a challenge.
I just see it as I don't know. I'm not as tough emotionally as Rose.
No.
And it's not. I certainly believe in Eustace. It's not who I primarily follow, but she's certainly had a great influence over our journey since the day I met Rose and Lily.
I respect your perspective.
What this book, or the being that resides in your book or communicates through your book, that gives you your power, what kind of being are they?
I mean, are gods themselves not just being with power that we describe as such? Can one not become powerful and self-proclaim themselves a god?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a way. I don't know.
Right.
I've never heard of it happening.
I'm just saying I don't throw around labels, and I have not labeled this being. It is a source. Nothing more.
Okay. Maybe it's a god.
Maybe it wants to be. Maybe it fancies itself as such, but it doesn't mean that I have to assign that moniker as well.
What is your aversion to that moniker? Does it change the way you feel about something?
It's not an aversion, it's just... I mean, what does that really mean? Is it not just power? And anyone can get power by many different means.
Yeah, that's probably true. I don't wield that kind of power, so it's hard for me to understand.
I am glad that you felt empowered to speak to me about this. And I am sorry if it's a tone issue. I've heard this all my life. And I understand. But I don't mean anything derisive by it. Just as you all are expressing your point of view, I am expressing mine. And mine just happens to come down to probability rather than some overarching fate. Those
Is
are
it
two sides of the same coin, are they not?
Is it fate in particular that you have a problem with? Or is it just any divine being?
I don't have an issue with any of it. People can believe what they'd like. Many people have come to belief systems as different ways to explain the same natural and magical phenomena.
Well, the healing that you see Rose providing us is definitely divine in nature. And so there is a divine
Source.
power,
Yes.
and divinity is related to the gods.
By our definition.
Well, I mean, labels are just labels.
Exactly. That is exactly what I'm saying.
So it's, this is what we refer to as gods and divine. Anyway, it was good talking to you. I'll let you get back to your hair.
Thank you, Kaya. I will get back to my hair.
I
6,
think you were on 6, yes. Okay.
8, 9.
So Rose would have waited for everyone to sit down somewhere or whatever they do to rest. And this is the first time that we've had a rest without Lily because she's gone. And she'll not really know what to do for the moment because long rests were always, on Lily's lap. So she's gonna shuffle over to Lost. She's gonna sit down. Lost, do you sit in an Indian style when you do your meditation?
crisscross applesauce?
No, it's me backed up against the wall, legs splayed out with my arms on my knees, and the bottle in between my legs. Yes.
Awesome. So she's gonna come and sit next to you and put her head on your shoulder.
You know, I smell like days old alcohol, and
Yeah, you stink. But my sister's dead, so I've kind of gotten used to it.
I choke on my fire brandy, and it comes out through my nose, and my eyes just start tearing up.
You don't have to cry about it. You knew she was dead. Anyway, good night.
All right.
And as we all start to take our rest for the evening, that's where we're going to take our quick 10-minute break. Stick with us, guys, as we, I guess, attempt a heist. First one of the campaign. So please do stick around. We will be back in 10 minutes. See you in a sec.
Go.
And welcome back. Last we left off, you guys were taking your long rests, which you all achieved.
Yes!
I love that I have you trained just in case to wait until you get that confirmation.
Yeah.
Also, we're just 5 subs away from the $70 Griffin Co. gift pack giveaway, including the pack of dead villages as well. Because
And name.
what would a Friday be without dead villages? I mean, yeah, anyway. So we focus back in on Alar's spot, the little attic space that they are currently squatting in. As morning light starts to break in through some of the gaps in the stonework and things, and in through the the slight hole that leads into this space. I imagine Ayla and Lost are probably already up as the rest of you come to. What would you like to do?
I'll approach Ayla and how are you feeling this morning after that arrow incident?
I mean, weirdly not that bad. That Rose does a pretty good job.
She's pretty amazing. Yeah. Even if she couldn't heal, she's still pretty amazing. But that's just like the icing on top of the cake.
Oh, are you guys like?
No. She's just a really good friend. Well, I consider her family.
When I hear that, I go, no, they're not like you and Tina.
What?
Snicker.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That
So
wouldn't even be a thing if she knew. The great warrior of the forge. Come on.
people will surprise you.
Like I surprised you? See, it works both ways.
Yep. I totally didn't understand what you meant, but yep.
Because I wasn't the great leader that you thought I was.
My opinion of you hasn't changed since I met you.
Huh.
What you did yesterday was amazing and brave, and you didn't give up when you were shot in the freaking back by a magic arrow that curved around like through the air.
Yeah, I ran away, so I didn't get shot again.
But you didn't give up.
No, else I'd be dead.
I mean, that's true, but never mind. It doesn't matter. The fact that you're willing to get up and go out there again after that is pretty amazing.
It's heroic to fight on another day in this life with this economy and all the struggles.
In this economy, yes.
Yes.
Day by day.
So when y'all say economy, do y'all mean something else?
No, it's like, in this economy.
So when we first mentioned it last night, I thought y'all were talking about because so many homes are vacant because of all the death and destruction. And I thought that was kind of, when you say the economy, I thought it was like a metaphor.
Well, I mean, you think that would take housing prices down, but it just seems like they just keep
So they
increasing.
just sit empty with
I mean,
rent
why do
that
you-
no one can
Why do you think I'm
afford.
squatting? I'm not renting this place.
Right, but good spots are hard to come by because not necessarily because they're occupied, but because they're dangerous.
I think that impacts the good spot.
Right,
side
their
of
good
that.
spots are hard to come by because so many
housing
places are
is hard to
dangerous.
come by before the knolls too.
Right.
All right, so just forget my question.
Don't worry, we're gonna clean up the neighborhoods and open a few coffee shops and a few market stalls. And,
Oh, good.
Subway tile everywhere.
That's exactly what I need as a squatter, is for you guys to come and gentrify the area.
Right.
Good.
Anyway,
I think after this is all said and done, you won't need to squat anymore.
Unless you want
Physically, probably sometimes. It's a very common
Okay, so
movement.
I know what we were talking about when we were talking about squatting, and so now you're just messing with me.
No. Was I being
So-
perhaps aggressive, Kaya?
What are you talking about?
God, please don't start that again.
What? All right. Can we
Are we ready?
Yes. Yes.
lost? Can I get a shot of the fiery whiskey?
can you? I pull it out because nobody ever asks to drink with me. I hand him the flask.
I'll just take a normal size shot, nothing major. I just want to
Just
get
a
like
nip.
a wake. Yep, just to get like a sort of a wake me up, but sharper.
Just do it the Losteroth way. You take the morning shot, swish it around your mouth, gargle it a little bit before you swallow.
Okay.
I will take this little brief pause to say thank you. We hit our giveaway goal. The giveaway is live. Exclamation point giveaway in the chat. To enter, we will draw it this stream. You have to be in the US and you have to be in the stream to claim it when we do. This is open for everyone, not just subscribers. So join in. All right, getting back. So, do we have a plan? I suppose we need to get to the rooftops and see about getting a way over there.
Right. Hopefully we don't run into the same trouble as last time.
Right. Are we ready?
We're ready. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you have that? Do you have that lantern that I lent you?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
And it's been sort of attached to their belt, so they take it off and hand it back.
That wasn't yours?
Just for safekeeping.
How come
No.
you didn't let me carry it?
Well, you went out to pee like before we even said
I thought we
bye.
weren't going to talk about that anymore.
Oh,
I was hoping to never bring it up again, but
it wasn't because you don't trust me, right?
no, not at all. I'm just gonna
Inside
keep
check.
you guessing.
Insight check.
You want to roll an inside check? I'll allow it. Deception or persuasion. Don't tell us which.
She doesn't have to roll. I rolled a natural one.
I'll tell you anyway, it was mostly because, I mean, Adeline was talking, but Ashley was Googling whether lizards have a cloaca or not.
I'm not a
But they
lizard.
do.
I'm
They
not
do.
a lizard.
Right. It's very different.
You're the lizard. All right, so Ayla squeezes through the gap and heads to the outside. As you guys kind of come through, whoever is next through the gap would see their feet as they pull themselves up and over onto the roof to check the surroundings. So you guys are able to follow. You kind of turn over in the gap, and you're able to sort of pull yourself up and around. It's not a great distance, so you're able to do it. And you guys will get up and stay low. Head over to where Alar is at the top. There's still a few around, but it seems like less than yesterday. And Lost, you would be able to have a quick check and see that the number of gnolls on the roofs is pretty much halved in this area.
Okay.
You would probably be able to assume that the death of the abomination sent like high alert, and so they were all there trying to find you, and when they weren't able to immediately locate you, it has petered down somewhat. Either that or they've spread. So, how are you guys at jumping?
Light.
Like up and down.
Like up and over short gaps.
Short? I like the word short. When it's before gaps.
They put their hands on your shoulder and go, "Great, follow me." And they run towards the wall, put one foot off, and just across, rolling onto the other rooftop on the other side.
I'll go last. You guys, go ahead.
Do they think I can do that?
You can do that.
All right.
And she'll go, and she's definitely running with her hands like this. and she's definitely not running like as fast, but
Yep.
she'll try to gracefully like leap across.
Okay, I'll say, yeah, give me an athletics or an acrobatics check. I'll allow either for this.
That's so kind of you.
I know.
I'll say she does like a ballet leap, which feels acrobatics adjacent. Like she's definitely taken ballet.
If everyone is following, you guys can roll yours as well, and we'll just knock through the numbers nice and quick.
15.
15, yeah. So these are shorter gaps, and so you are able to just kind of leap across and grab on, like without having to grab onto anything. It's not so far that you have to catch yourself and pull yourself back up. The gaps are fairly short in between these buildings. It's sort of the distance that sort of one person could fit down these alleyways.
I rolled a 17.
It's quite a drop from here, because you've gone all the way up the like fire escapes. It's several stories up. Everyone else?
17.
25.
Good. Definitely good. Yep. Ayla gets up and says, "All right, now follow me." Runs, taking off again onto the other side. Another roll, please, from everyone.
$22.
16.
Dirty 20.
Good.
4.
So you get a little confident with this one, and you go to jump, but one of the stones on the wall that you're about to step off of shifts slightly, and so all of that power that you put into it is lost, and you push off, but you don't go anywhere and start to fall.
Can I flex to cast? I'm gonna cast Arms of Hadar, but rather than them like going out, I want them to like grab onto the like sides of the roof and kind of like keep me from falling.
Oh, sick.
You know what? Yes.
Okay.
And I will allow you to keep them. Is it a timed spell?
It's instantaneous.
Instantaneous. Okay,
Concentration.
so I will allow you to maintain it for the next two jumps across, and you can get advantage using that as well.
Yes.
So you guys watch as these huge tentacles, inky black, sort of dripping with sort of astral clouds, as she starts to fall out of the back, grabbing on to both sides of the building and pulling her up, almost like Dr. Octopus.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
I always
Pulling
thought Adeline and Alfred Molina had so much in common.
So you're able to pull up and over onto the rooftop.
Yes.
I got a 16.
You are good.
Thanks for the flex last time, guys.
Yes, we removed that flex point. Ayla looks at you and goes, "Wow. I mean, we're not trying to draw attention right now, but that shit was cool."
Thank you.
As they're like,
She's like kind of nervous. She's like, yeah, it's just this thing I can do.
the dichotomy. Yeah, great. They'll lead off to take off again. This gap is slightly larger. The DC is higher. Ayla makes it across again. I need athletics or acrobatics checks from everyone. Advantage for Adeline. $12.
That's with advantage.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
22.
4.
15.
12. The 12 literally just hits the DC on this one.
Oh, thank God.
4 does not. So this time, Rose starts to tumble. In between, it's like you knew how far to jump, but just recalling off of the last jump, you kind of put the same amount of effort into this one, and it's not enough. And as you reach out instinctively to grab onto the wall just to stop yourself from falling, you fall inches short and start to drop between the buildings.
Was I before or after her?
You said you were going last.
Yeah. So
There would have been lost in between you and me.
I would like to try then, as I'm coming up to make the jump right behind her, then to take my whip out and try to reach, like whip it and try to catch her.
Into shape.
Yep.
Whip it good.
Okay. Yeah. Roll. Ooh, what are you gonna roll? Roll. I guess roll an attack roll, because that's what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to use the whip to like wrap around her.
Oh no. 14.
I mean, I think if you're like a 14, you're not trying to deflect it.
No.
Right? You'd be accepting
Yes.
the whip, right? Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
You're able to wrap around, but so this pulls tight, like as the body weight of Rose like pulls on it. So I need an athletics check from you.
Yeah, so I'm going to like just sit back, and as I slide forward, put my feet up against the ledge to try to keep me from going over.
Anchor yourself. I'll give you advantage on that.
Rose is small, so that shouldn't be much.
Okay, good. Thank God for the advantage, because that's a 17 plus 1, 18 for the athletics check.
18. Yeah, that's enough. So you're able to stop her. Rose, you start to swing back towards the original building. Just give me a straight dexterity, or no, I'll allow acrobatics for this, for you to sort of control yourself to not take damage as you slam into the wall.
21.
21. Yeah, that's enough. So in the time that you recognize all of this happening, you're able to turn yourself so that your feet go towards the building. And you are just wrapped around, holding on to the whip that goes up over that previous building.
I'm gonna use my feet to walk up the wall.
Okay, yeah. Easy enough. Pull yourself back over and you are with Kaya
Still
again.
on the wrong side.
Yes.
Sorry, I wasn't all the way across yet.
Is it?
Ayla yells across, "Come on, you guys! We gotta go!"
All right, let's get you across.
Okay.
You stand back and take a run, and I'm gonna like maybe try to slingshot you. I'll grab your arm as you're running up, and then I'll try to help propel you across the gap.
Sure.
I mean, I know you can make it without my help, but I just want to
Obviously.
kind of ensure. I think you can make it. I think you just, yeah, you can do it. And I'll just kind of.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Roll another athletics or acrobatics check with advantage, as I'll accept that as the help.
I rolled a natural 20
Hey!
for a 22.
Here we go.
Okay, that should be fixed.
Yeah.
now.
So you run up. Kaya grabs your arm and just slings you across like hard. So you kind of cascade through the air, and you're able to catch yourself like still running on the other side as you start to tumble and roll to take away that speed.
Yeah.
All right. That was close. Let's not do that again. And I'll hop across.
Yep, and then you guys had already succeeded on your rolls, so you get across. Okay, this one's gonna be another larger one, so let's all think positive thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Right.
See, even those words, they just stick in my throat. I'm telling you I'm not a leader. And they run off to the side, again, rolling on the other side. I will take another roll from you guys.
Right.
16.
16 is good.
Sorry, my cat's in my rolling tray.
15.
15 is good.
19.
19 is good. Okay, so you guys all one after the other. Now well practiced at hopping the rooftops. Ayla sort of scoots up towards one of the walls and looks over. Says, "There are two. One there, one there." It's kind of the direction we need to go.
Should we take them out or go around?
That's up to you guys. I'm not the takeout kind of person.
I think we should go around. We don't need to alert them to our presence yet, right? Or what do you think?
Go around. There's no way to mask the sounds of a battle.
Well, I mean,
There are ways to make
if we
them
snuck up on them and took them out quietly.
I'll do whatever you guys want to do, but I do have a way to make them slightly weaker.
Both of them?
Yes.
If we go around, we're going to have to eventually get back into this same direction of travel, and they might see us.
Or we
I
can
think-
deal with it then.
We have the advantage right now.
Seems we're split.
I'm
go
going
around.
to. You see me close my eyes, and the shadow form appears.
Mm-hmm.
15 feet away, and it's going to start running on the street level away from us. And I can control it up to 1,000 feet.
Okay.
It's really far.
It's running like I forgot.
Forrest Gump?
Captain Jet.
Oh,
Jack Sparrow.
Yep, like Sparrow.
it's the drunk version of Adeline's.
Oh, I can, when I see that happen, 30 feet away, I can thaumaturgy like a noise in that direction.
Okay.
Combo spell.
Cool. So the shadow appears on the floor as you kind of watch over the wall, just to kind of keep an eye to control it.
I can't watch. So when I do this form, I'm actually, my eyes are closed and I see through the eyes of the shadow.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'm running down the street trying to get away, and then when I find like an alleyway that's sufficiently far enough, I'm gonna duck into the alleyway and then cut the connection so that the shadow disappears.
Okay. As you concentrate through your shadow form and start to run through the main street, basically, at this point, give me a perception check.
Total of 5.
5.
Yeah.
Great. So as you're running, running through the main street, the noise sounds off of thaumaturgy. Yes. You've already
I've
done
already
a thing.
made a point that I've seen what's happening, and I've used thaumaturgy to make a noise, so I'm going to put my hand on Lost and cast guidance.
Okay. Okay. For the next thing?
Yes.
Okay. So, as you are running through the streets, you are looking for an alleyway to sort of pull the eyes of the archers as you watch a couple of them, the two that are nearby, sort of run to the edge and look over, looking at the shadow, and the connection disappears, and you're back.
All right. I think I was successful.
You did not make it down an alley.
Oh, I did not make it down an alley.
You were running through the street, and it cut.
Oh.
Well, if anything, that just makes even more of an air of mystery, right?
Yes, but I'm gonna take a quick look below. Are they gone? Or,
Below?
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
Shadow?
no. The two gnolls.
They haven't even. They've got arrows, like ready to draw, but they haven't drawn.
Oh.
And they're sort of scanning, and now their view starts going more intent across the rooftops.
I don't think it worked.
Did I hear anything?
Give me a perception check. I'll say with disadvantage, because you were giving your guidance to Lost in that moment.
Wow, I rolled a 10
10.
with my plus
Yeah,
8.
no.
It's a 10.
Oof. Oof. That's rough. Yeah, you didn't hear anything other than like your spell that you sounded off and things, and then you were concentrating on guiding Lost, that you didn't hear anything. Ayla sort of picks up and says, they look like they're looking for someone.
Would that be us?
I don't know. Lost, were you able to get down the alleyway?
I wasn't able to get down the alleyway. No.
What happened?
The only way that could sever my connection with my shadow is if it took some kind of damage.
Oh.
Oh, gods.
But I can do it again. It's just when I do it, I'm particularly vulnerable. I can't see. I can't hear. I can't.
I don't think you should do it again right now.
No, let's keep moving.
Well, we have to take care of these guards
Or we could just go.
or these archers.
We can go around.
How far away are they?
The two rooftops. I mean, one across the way is probably about 25 feet across the main roadway. The other one, probably about 10 feet, like across to get to the next rooftop.
The next
Not
rooftop
10 feet
over.
away from you, 10 feet from that rooftop to the next one.
Okay.
The gap,
Okay.
10 feet.
Okay, so in the other gap,
How did they not see us?
the other gap is 25 feet. The other gap over the main road is 25 feet. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, about that. Like, it's hard to tell from where you're at.
Okay. I don't think there's any way to take them both out. Without, like, if we took out this guy over here, it's going to alert the other guy. Because no one can get over there.
Not unseen.
All right. We're going to have to try to go around, I guess. We don't have a choice. I don't know. I feel like it's bad if we leave these two here, though.
We
They're
could
already
take care of
looking
them
for
later.
us. They're already looking for us, though, because they saw something and now they know there's something up. And if they send word over to, where we're headed, to be on the lookout.
Who's going to believe them? There's no evidence of it. It disappeared. We
You
just
know what?
avoid any more attention.
We have to be so careful. We are going to Thena's Forge to pick up.
I don't think anybody believes that we would be crazy enough to attack or to try to get to to Athenium. It's heavily fortified, right?
You're right, but we can't let them follow us to Thena's Forge.
But we don't. There's no indication that they've seen like us.
Yeah.
I think if they'd seen us, they would have already been shooting at us.
Right. So
Right.
Let's take the other route.
Yeah, let's go around.
Okay.
But keep eyes out, and if there's any sign that they've detected,
Adeline, you are cut off mid-sentence as a voice echoes through the alleyways and streets. What's the use in hiding? Why don't you just come out and play?
I'll whisper to Maria. No, whisper to Ayla. Do you recognize that voice?
I don't. I try and stay away from these people.
I mean, I guess we're doing this then, right? If they know that we're here.
All right.
Well, if you won't come out, I suppose I'll come to you. And as you kind of look towards where the sound of the voice is coming from, you watch a small shadow sort of bound from rooftop to rooftop, getting closer as a gnoll with a bright orange mohawk down his back, large quiver packed full of arrows, and a huge thick bow comes into view. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
I was about to see if I could take a surprise action or a round before he came up.
I think if anything, he's got the jump on us.
Oh, yeah.
Well, as soon as he said he was coming to us,
Beans.
I wanted to get up and just run over there and attack the one that's close. But yeah, I have good initiative though.
I rolled good too, and I didn't want to. This guy, this voice, this Noel sounds like he would be a great radio announcer, like in the 90s. Like, coming up next.
Or a 90s cartoon.
Like
Yeah.
Wolfman Jack. From I guess that was more the 70s.
Hiding. Yep.
All right. 25 to 20.
21. Oh, thank God.
We get. You both spoke over each other.
22.
21.
Cool. 20 to 15.
19.
$15 to 10.
12.
That's not terrible.
Okay. All right. So, I think we can move to the map.
Oh, that's me.
I don't know what it is about this floor texture, but it makes me want to bite it so bad.
It's like oatmeal
It looks like-
cookies.
It looks like it would like crunch in a really satisfying way.
Brittle.
It looks like
Makes you want a hot
Rice
dog real
Krispie-
bad.
It looks like Rice Krispie treats, but made with golden crisps.
Yes.
Oh, I hate Golden Crisp.
I love Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah.
There you guys are.
Look at
Man.
those Hero
Oh,
Forge
oh.
minutes.
Mm.
Oh, he's close. Oh, there's. Oh no.
And that is who you see right there. So Maria's over here. This one. And then the two other gnolls. So Maria is up first in initiative.
Wow.
Is
Rolled
he?
it.
Is,
He rolled a 25.
Jeez Louise.
Is what? Ask me a question before I take my
yeah,
turn.
Yeah. The distance
Yeah. The distance.
between us and him.
Like judging from eye.
Yeah. How far is he away from us?
I don't know.
Well, I need to know. I mean, is
60
he
or
gonna-
less.
That is 30 feet.
So double that.
Roughly. It would be a guess from where you are.
Okay.
Our building fell down.
I know it's wrong.
Hold on. I will fortify it.
Beans. Oh, it just snaps together?
Nope, that's gorilla attack.
Oh, it just gorilla attacks together?
That's gonna fall again. God damn it. Anyway, Maria
We'll work it in
Uh,
differently.
grabs 2 arrows simultaneously, knocks them, draws and looses in such a fluid motion as he's dropping to that spot. So in midair, the arrows shoot off. One is going to go towards Rose, the other one to Adeline, as you guys are closest to the wall.
Good.
So
That's gonna hit.
first one is a 27, and the second one is a 21. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, who are you hitting? Come on.
I'm gonna use my reaction to just to help deflect some of the damage for the one that hit Adeline.
The one that hits Rose is 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
The one that hits Adeline is 12 points of piercing damage. And then he pulls another arrow, knocks it, and draws hard on this one, concentrating, and then arcs up as it sails up in the air and drops down. And
Adeline,
as- go on. Yeah. How much do you?
I deflect 10 points of Adeline's damage.
Oh
So you
my
only
goodness.
take. You only take 2.
I also can use a reaction because I have the same. I'm gonna use it on Rose.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is 7 plus 10.
Oh, then it goes away.
Yes, you nullify all the damage there. So the chain kicks up and knocks the arrow clean out of
No,
the air.
glaive.
Oh, the glaive, that's right.
Glaive.
As it sails through the air, the weight of it smashes through the arrow, as the other one, you probably with your whip, right?
Yes.
So grabbing that off your hip and whipping it to the side, knocking it off target, but still making a connection, grazing the side of your shoulder. As this arrow comes down to you guys,
It's like, pa, pa, haha, is that all you got? And, oh, shit.
this one, he's aiming at, who do you aim at? Yeah, Kaya. That would be the most sense. That is a 18?
No, that does not.
Doesn't hit. Okay, so it doesn't hit. It drops down with the whip motion and things. You move away from the spot that you were in, but it lands right in front of you and immediately explodes with force. Everyone is going to take...
Saving throw?
Dex saving throws? No?
Nope. 8 points of force damage. This like force wave just emits through, taking everyone by surprise.
Aren't you immune to force damage, Adeline?
Am I?
No.
Yes.
That sounds great. I would love for that to be true. Can my tentacles pick it up and then throw it like it's a great... I'm just kidding. I don't have them anymore.
Oh, I could have done deflect missiles.
Brent!
Come on.
All right.
No, I couldn't have. I didn't have a reaction.
We revoked your
used
black
it
belt.
on me.
I used my reaction. Thank God.
Or on Adeline.
That would have been an embarrassing moment.
I do
He looks across to the other gnolls on the rooftop and says, "Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go!" And Kaya, you are up.
B.
I am going to run. I'm going to jump up on the left ledge and run straight across over to and leap the gap and run over to the spotted knoll and attack.
Okay. Athletics or acrobatic check to make it across. You need a 15.
I rolled a 13 on the dice, so that's 20.
You
21.
good? Yep.
Ooh. So you're gonna have to try and get around everyone to get there. There's like no space on this rooftop.
So I can't run on that ledge.
You can run on the edge, but I'll give you disadvantage, so you got to roll again.
Okay. So 7 plus 8, 15.
Ooh, that is the DC. Oh. So yeah, running across, taking off, you kind of land on the side and you do a little moment before jumping across again.
That was close.
But you're able to make it there.
All right, and so I'm going to attack with my rapier. And that is 8 plus 8, so 16.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. And that is 11 points of piercing. I'm going to follow that up with a left hook. And that's 26 to hit.
To hit? Yeah, that's...
I was like, your left hook does 26 points of damage. Damn. Damn.
And so...
Remember, you're not as nimble.
Yep, unarmed strike does 2 damage.
So 13 altogether.
Yes, but I'm going to make that fire damage.
Okay.
So that was my bonus action hit, and now I'm going to do my second attack with the rapier.
Okay.
That's 24 to hit.
That hits.
And that will do 10 points of damage.
10 points. Nice. Okay.
And that's my turn.
So running across, jumping, landing just on the edge before hopping down, you draw your rapier, and as the knoll is turning around towards you, you sink it into his body, and then with the left hand come across, poof, like with a kidney strike before withdrawing the rapier and going in again. That's completely taken the knoll off guard. He wasn't ready for that, and he kind of... Is there anything else?
And that's it.
All right. Adeline, you're up.
All right. Is there any... Does this ledge provide any kind of cover at all?
I would say you could duck down behind it for half cover, but you will not be able to see.
Okay.
Because you're gonna have to like really crouch down behind it to get half cover.
Right. Okay. I'm going to... You see Adeline start to like work her hands and like this like supernova of like that black holes into her hands just like splits into 6 parts, and she's gonna cast Melf's Minute Meteors. 4 of them start to circle her, and 2 of them shoot off towards... I'm just making sure I have the distance. Oh, 120 feet. Yeah. They're gonna shoot off towards our orange-haired friend. So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, okay. It's 25.
Oh. Okay. You'll still take half of... Ooh, okay. So half of 16, 8 points of damage. And then she's going to...
8 points?
8 points. Mm-hmm. That's already half.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's gonna duck behind that, and she's just gonna and duck behind the half cover of the wall right there.
Yeah, so as it comes across, you watch as Maria quickly turns his bow around onto his forearm and knocks it out of the way, but as it does, it explodes on the wall next to him, taking a little bit of damage, but not as much as he wanted to. Great, ducking behind. We have Rose, you are up.
Yeah. So... I'm going to be dumb. So here I go. I'm going to take off, jump off the side of the building, and my wings will appear.
Whoa!
And I need to get within 30 feet of Big Bad.
Okay.
This better work or I'm in a lot of trouble.
So, there. There.
Is there a way to get within 30 feet of both of those guys, Big Bad and the one across? Not the one behind me, but the one across. No?
Yeah. You just have to be... No, not quite. Not quite.
Really?
They're just far enough away.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll get the one behind.
This one?
Yeah, the one in front of Kaya. So
This
big
okay.
bad, and the
Oh,
one.
yeah. So you
getting
can get
close.
2 of them. Yes, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, I need you to roll me. This is kind of funny, but I need you to roll me a con save. I'm sure
Okay.
positive that they have super high con. So
I rolled a natural 1. So.
for both of them,
Oh no.
Big Bad rolled a natural 1.
No.
Oh fuck.
The one with Kaya rolled a natural 1. Maria rolled a math 14.
It had to beat a 16. So you'll see from both of my hands, I'll kind of position myself where I can see both of them, and both of my hands shoot out these like golden threads and wrap around their eyes, and I cast blindness on both of them.
Shit. Okay.
I can't believe that worked. What?
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I upcast it so that I got both of them. Hello.
Hello.
For future, I do prefer the spell to be named before, just to keep everything fair.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. And like, if you're upcasting, let me know as well.
I upcasted for 2 people blindness.
All
Sorry.
good. All good. That was dope. Yeah. Anything else you want to do?
I want to see if I can get out of the so I went out. Oh no, that's my distance. I basically flew out 30 feet.
Yeah.
I'll have to stay there. I will, sorry. And I use my bonus action to cast my wings, so I am good.
That's it. Great. So you watch as momentarily this blinding light emits as you watch both of those gnolls instinctively draw their arms across their eyes, but it's not fast enough. As they bring their arms down, they are looking around, but not focusing on anyone. Great. So it's the blinded one's turn.
They can use their turn just to, so you have all the knowledge there. At the end of each of its turns, they can make another Constitution saving throw. If they save at that point, then the spell ends.
Cool. So he's gonna turn around and try to defend himself against Kaya, who just came and stabbed him in the back. Again, Hatton. He turns around and just grabs a short sword from his side and just swipes wildly. So this is disadvantage, right? Disadvantage on attacks, yes?
It just says it's blinded, so I don't know. I guess whatever blinded rules are.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's disadvantage.
I would assume so. It's an automatic fail.
Wow. Well, no, it's not. I rolled a 3 and a 4, so it doesn't even matter. So yeah, just swiping wildly really telegraphs it. So Kaya is able to just kind of step to the side and watch it swish past. He'll take another swipe. Oh, that was a 14 and an 18, so plus their... So the highest one is a 17. Still doesn't hit. So yeah, just wildly swiping back again, completely missing once more. That is both of his attacks, so he's going to try and make the save. That's a 15.
No, that fails. It's 16 to save.
Oh! So still blinded. That's his turn. So Lost, you are up.
I am up. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move into the spot where Rose was. Just closer. And I'm assuming that's within 30 feet. Because Rose moved 30 feet, right?
She moved to... Wait. Yeah, okay, yeah. I ruled it. You actually moved further than 30 feet. But I ruled it. It's fine. But you won't get there.
And I go out of line. Grab my shaft.
Not this
Always
again.
again.
No, I mean my and I shake the glaive.
Oh! All right. I don't understand why that.
I attuned to this yesterday, and I might be able to read something on it, and it says, "As we are one, we cannot be broken." And I use the special ability of it, and everybody at 30 feet gets an increase in 5 hit points, and their hit points go up by 5. It's
Temporary hit points, right? You
Oh
get
my
5
goodness!
no, it's until
True
the
hit
spell wears
points.
off, its actual maximum hit points go up by 5.
Am I
There you
close
go.
enough for that? Or no, we just ruled that I'm not?
You are.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Well, I rule... Yeah, we'll say you are, like, just for the sake, because that was the plan, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll let that pass. That was my fault for not marking distance out, because I just moved you within 30 feet, 'cause that's what you said. I didn't mark out how far you were going. My fault.
So we healed 5 and we have 5 temp HP?
It's not 10.
So you just add 5 to your
Max?
your max hit points and add 5 hit points. Yeah.
Wow! Wait. Oh shit. Hold on. I messed that up.
Cool.
And then I will jump across the to the other building next to Kaya.
You mean athletics or an acrobatic check?
Yep.
15.
22.
You good?
Cool. I jump across and I continue running, and I jump towards the building that Marar is at, and I misty step the rest of the way.
Okay.
Bam.
So yeah,
There-
running across, taking across the, you land on the building next to Kaya, quickly turn, run off, jump off the huge distance. Kaya would have just watched Lost just basically jump to like nothing. And then as he meets the middle, disappears and reappears on the other side.
And then I when I appear with this this fancy glaive, I spin it and twirl it, and I slam it onto the rooftop, and I smile at Marar.
Who
I said,
Can't see you.
"You can't see."
is you? I can't see you smiling at him.
Feels it though.
Oh my god!
Nailed it.
Nailed it! Nailed it!
Wild.
It's like, oh fuck.
Oh, fuck,
Um,
you can't see.
Great. Okay, so it is the other Noel's turn, who is going to turn to who would it be? Yeah, I guess Lost, because he's the one that's running up on Maria. That one's not gonna hit. That was a 2. And that one is a 14, which I don't believe is enough to hit you either, is it?
Nope. It probably passes through my ghostly body because I just missed it.
That's it. Yeah. Great. Yeah. So as you're still forming on the other side, the arrows just pass straight through you and just keep going into nothingness on the other side. Yeah, he's gonna stay right there. And that takes us to another Noel, who uses his action and movement in order to get up onto the rooftop from the floor. Where can you guys see? Like right there. So as this other Noel, who does not have a bow, is carrying a large axe in one hand and a shield in the other, runs up the stairs to join the fight. That's where we're going to end tonight, at the end of that round.
Oh, we need to do our giveaway.
We do! Rooftop battles, guys! Rooftop battles!
Crazy.
We got everything. Yes, we have a giveaway running. So exclamation point giveaway in the chat if you want to jump in. Raiders included. Thank you, Mandy, for jumping in. I hope you're still here. But and thank you to King Bashman for all of those gifts. I saw those as well, but there was a lot going on. So if anyone wants to jump in to the giveaway before we draw it, you do have to be in the US because of shipping and giveaway laws and such. So I will give a couple of seconds for everyone to jump into that, and then we will draw it. I needed this game, guys.
I get so anxious during these battles. My legs are shaking like I have the jelly legs jinx on or something.
Okay, let's say I'll give 3, 2, 1. Let's roll it. Disfamous. I don't have my glasses on.
You gotta claim it. Are you here?
Speak now, or forever hold your silence.
Oh,
Hey!
Sorry.
Dude, you win a $70 gift pack from Griffin Co., one of our sponsors.
Amazing.
That gives us all of our custom 3D printed terrain. And
Griffin Co.
all of the map stuff that I have out there is all Griffin Co. So yes, you can have your own rooftop battles with Knoll archers. That's
And
really
dead
specific.
villagers.
You could have it a bunch of different ways, but yes, congratulations. You do need to jump into our Discord, and you do need to send me a direct message. My name is Jay, Swole Initiative. You'll find me in the table chat, in the main chat, once you join. But congratulations. That's awesome. I'll grab your shipping info, and I will send it off. Look at this. You guys, well, you weren't here for the unveiling of it, but it's all here. We got a dice box. We got the tool of opening, the bottle opener that has a +2 versus bottles. It says so on the stats. The sticker pack. keyring what is it? A mooning villager, so a villager pulling his pants down as a mini.
Oh, that's cool.
A
moon druid.
Bowling tray for game time, and as always with Griffin Co., a pack of dead villager minis.
Yay!
Because no Griffin Co. giveaway would be complete without a pack of dead villagers. They're really cool. They have like completely flat backs, so you can just place them around. So congratulations! Jump into the Discord, message me, and we'll get all of this stuff to you. Guys, thank you so much for all of the subs, the support, the just the chat and things that's been like really active. This was really, really cool, really awesome. I'm super pumped to do the second part of this battle, which will be next Friday at 6 p.m. PST on the Swole Initiative Network for Fables of Gahlia. But we will be back on Monday for another community night. We're
gonna build something.
Because the chat builds a dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
So you guys are going to help us build a dungeon live in the chat on Monday, 6 p.m. PST. So mark your calendars. Our stream card is always our stream schedule. So yes, I always get like really wordsy and things at the end of streams. But thank you so much. Much love to you guys. We're gonna find someone to raid. Sure. We can do them. We can do Adventurers Pack. So we're gonna raid Adventurers Pack. So make sure that you stay in the stream so that when you raid, you get the bonus flex points or bonus channel points that you can spend on future games to help influence it with the flex points. So get that bonus because it's real easy to get. And throw down some Swole emojis when we drop into the raid. Yes. I don't think I have anything else to say. I'm just filling in the time.
We're gonna go to a thanks for watching screen, and then we're gonna raid.
All right. Stick around, guys. We'll be back on Monday. Thank you so much for starting your weekend off the right way with the Fables of Gahlia. We'll see you on Monday.
Thank you, chat.